Hey everyone, it's Bailey and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a weekly reading vlog. So today's Monday and I'm starting fresh with a clean slate. I'm not currently reading anything at all. So I am feeling like I'm in a very dark romance mood. So I'm going to be picking up Bad Bishop by LJ Shin. So I've heard that this book is really good, and so I'm definitely interested to see what I'm gonna think about this. So I was between this and Chasing the Wild by Elliot Rose, but I think this is a little bit more dark romance than that one potentially. I'm not sure. I feel like that one's a little bit more taboo romance versus this one, which this one is more like dark romance. And so I'm definitely feeling like I'm more in the mood for something like this. So I'm hoping to start this and read this today while I'm at work. I listened to the audiobook. I was able to grab it from my library. So I feel like I'm probably gonna have a bit of a busier day today. So I'm not sure how much of this I'm gonna be able to get read, but I'm going to try and listen to as much of this as I can today. So I figured I would give that update really quickly before heading into the office. But I don't really have a whole lot going on this week. I am going to Nashville this weekend for my friend's birthday. So that'll be later in the week. But as far as like during the week, just work, school, regular stuff. So with that, I'm gonna let Navy outside so he can go potty before I head out, and I will talk to you guys probably once I get home later tonight. Hello. Okay, so I'm home from work now. I have a couple of things to unbox. So first thing is this Darkly Bookish box. So this was gifted to me by one of my coworkers. She got an additional box for, I think it was like February book or something. So she left this on my desk today at work. So I grabbed it. And so the book that it is Once Upon a Demon's Heart by K.M. Moranova. I have not read anything from this author, but I did grab this from her when she said that she was gifting it to me. So I hope I will like this book. Haven't heard anything about it. So there's this one. Next up is my Amazon order. Okay, this book is a lot thinner than I thought it was going to be, but it is Diver's Heart by K.A. Knight, and this is a dark wide shoes romance about a deep sea diver, and I think she ends up on a dive with her ex and his like friends or something, and she ends up falling for all of them and something along those lines. But I've had this book on my radar for quite a while, but it did get picked up by Podium, I think, and so I got a new cover, and I think this cover is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm excited to have this and read this. So those are my two bookish unboxing-ish sort of items. So now that that is taken care of, let's talk about my reading update. So I started Bad Bishop by LJ Shin, and I'm on chapter 7, which is page 60. And so far, this is not what I was expecting. It is definitely dark, so if you are curious, definitely so far, 60 pages in, triggers for SA and arranged / forced marriage, also unexpected pregnancy so far in this book. So a lot has happened in the first 60 pages, let me just say that. But I'm definitely interested to see where it's gonna go, see if I'm gonna end up liking it. I will say there are some bits about this that I'm not necessarily enjoying. Like, I don't love that Lila's mother is basically told her entire life to essentially act like she is inept just because she's deaf. Like, that is so strange and odd to me. Like, I don't think that that is okay in any sense of anything. Like, I understand like her mom didn't want her to get married off and whatnot, but for her literally to say that she is inept and that she has the like brain capacity of a 6-year-old and that she is like actually like mentally a child when she very clearly is not. She's also 18. So I don't know. Something is just like off to me. And especially for her to end up married off anyway. Like, yeah, no, yeah, that's odd to me. So don't necessarily love that, but I'm hoping that Tiernan will kind of like realize that she is mentally competent and will like obviously of course like fall in love with her and like they'll get revenge on the person that they need to get revenge on. So I definitely will be reading some more of this tonight. Definitely did not get as much read today as I would have liked, but it was a bit of a busier day at work, so didn't get to listen to very much of the audiobook of that. But I do have class here in just over an hour, so I definitely might not get as much reading done as I would like to today, but that is okay. So also no updates on my floors, so we're still rocking with the empty shelves for the time being. I'm hoping that they will come in tomorrow, fingers crossed. So yeah, we're just gonna be hanging out with the empty shelves until that comes, whenever it's supposed to come. But I feel like when they do come, if I do decide to leave my office set up like this, I fear this angle will eat down once I have like all the shelves that I need. But anyways, so figured I would give that quick little update. I'm gonna figure out some dinner and kind of relax for the next hour until it's time for my class to start. It is the final class of the semester, so next week is finals week. So yeah, honestly, I'm so excited to be done. But I am about to go let Navy inside the house because he's barking at the door. And maybe I'll go sit outside for a minute because it is kind of nice. But that's it for this update. And I will talk to you guys again potentially later tonight. I don't know. We'll see. Hello. Happy Tuesday. So I just got home not too long ago from my final presentation of my senior capstone project. So that went well. It took a long time. Like we had 6 groups and each group had 30 minutes, started at 6 p.m. It's after 9 p.m. now. It's like after 9:30 and I'm like just now getting to sit down, eat some dinner and whatnot. But it did go successfully, so I'm super excited. Now I just have to focus on the few little homework assignments that I have left and my finals, and then I'm officially a free woman and I'll just be regular. I don't have to go to school anymore, thank goodness. But anyway, so I did have a bit of a reading update in Bad Bishop. So I have been literally eating this book up all day. I have been listening to the audiobook. I was able to grab it from my library. So I've literally been listening to the audiobook in every spare second of the day that I've had. And so with that, I'm currently on chapter 47, which is page 344. So I don't know how much more of this I'm going to get read tonight. I definitely feel like I'm probably going to read a little bit more tonight, but I definitely see myself more than likely finishing this tomorrow. It is my work from home day tomorrow. It's my second to last, so next week will be my last work from home Wednesday, and then I'll be back in the office full time. So I definitely can see myself finishing this book tomorrow for sure. But I don't know, I'm probably going to read a little bit more tonight. And I am actually liking this more than I thought I was going to. I will say the beginning started out with a bit of a bang, which I just wasn't expecting. And I think too, with this being my first dark romance in a while, because I have been reading like more romantic suspense, which has been, while it's not been like dark like this, as far as like the romance, it is a bit more like light and fluffy while still like touching on like darker topics. This was just straight up dark and not at all what I was expecting. So it was a little like jarring, like coming into like what happened in the first 50 pages of this book. And so I just had to like take a minute and like reorient myself and be like, okay, no, yeah, this is what you chose to read. Like you were wanting to read dark romance. And yeah, so I am not gonna let that of course hinder the reading experience. I'm really enjoying this. I'm definitely going to be purchasing book 2. I'll probably just go ahead and order it just because I am definitely going to want to continue on with this series. I am enjoying it, and I honestly might read a few other things from LJ Shin. I did read her book My Jack Romeo with Parker S. Huntington collab that they did earlier this year, so I might dive back into that. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm definitely going to read book 2 because I definitely want to know about Tierney and Achilles because I'm very intrigued by them. So definitely going to continue reading that. But for now, I'm going to stop yapping so I can eat my dinner, and I will talk to you guys more than likely tomorrow. Hello. So I have a reading update. I did finish Bad Bishop, and I am rating this book 4 stars. The ending when we found out who did it, literally my jaw was like on the ground because that is not at all what I expected. And then for her, oh my gosh, literally, yeah, no, my jaw was on the floor because I was not expecting that person at all. But I must say, Tiernan did his big one, and I love that he avenged Leela and got his lick bag, and I really appreciate that he did that. But as far as like the book is concerned, I did go ahead and order book 2 because I definitely will be continuing on in this series. I'm definitely interested to learn more about Tyranny and Achilles and what's going to go on there. I think this book series is supposed to be like 6 or 7 books long, so I guess we will see where things go after these first 2 books, but I did go ahead and order, so it should be here on Friday. So I don't know when I will continue the series. It'll probably be after the book comes in, so we'll see. But I did grab a couple of other books here that are kind of like on my radar for potential to be read over the next few days. So first up, we've got Diver's Heart by K.A. Knight, which you guys know I did literally just get this earlier this week. I want to say I unboxed it in this video, but this is a pretty short book, so I'm feeling like this would be a pretty quick read. It's less than 300 pages, so I feel like this could be an option, and I feel like this could be one that I'm leaning towards. Then we've got Chasing the Wild by Elliot Rose, and I did purchase this one at the same time as Bad Bishop, and I think this one is a little bit on the darker side. I know it is like more taboo, and I think it is, yeah, a little bit on the darker side, but I'm not sure. So I don't know, this is an option as well. And then kind of getting back into my TBR for the month, which I have completely abandoned at this point, but these are a couple books that are kind of like speaking to me right now, I think. So we've got Restore Me by J.L. Seegers, and this is a romance, but this one is a little bit chunky, so a little hesitant with this one, but the font isn't like super small, so I feel like this could be a good one to go with as well, and it's on my TBR for April. And then also the final book is Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This one also is on my TBR for April as well, so this one could be a good potential to read. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm in the mood to read anymore. Like, I feel like now that I finished Bad Bishop, I don't really know what I'm in the mood to read. So I have a few options. I feel like I'm leaning more towards like one of these two, just because I feel like I'm more in that sort of like darker romance kind of mood. And I've definitely been trying to prioritize mood reading over the past few months, and like as a goal for this year is to really make sure that I'm like mood reading to make sure that I don't fall into any kind of slumps or anything. So I don't know, we're gonna see. I do have class here in about just over an hour and a half. I am finishing up lunch now. I did eat not too long ago, so I am getting ready to get back going to work here in the next few minutes, but I did want to pop in and give the update that I finished Bad Bishop and that I was thinking about starting something new. So we'll see. I also have a few things like on Libby as well, because I think I have Wyatt on there. Wyatt by Jessica Peterson, so that's an option too. So I don't know. Also too, like Atmosphere, there's people waiting on me, so I feel like I probably do need to read that here pretty soon. I also have Between Two Kings by Lindsay Stroud, but I don't really know if I'm in the mood to read that. So I don't know. I'm gonna think on it for a little bit, I think, and then of course I'll let you know once I decide on what I'm gonna pick, but thought I would just give that update letting you guys know I finished a book. So with that, I will talk to you again once I figure out what I'm gonna start reading. Okay, so I have an unboxing that we're gonna do. This is a weekly vlog, so I feel fine like unboxing like clothes and stuff, which I am actually going to Nashville this weekend, so there might be another clothing haul coming soon. But I did also have a reading update because I did end up picking a book. So I'm off of work now and I'm done with class, which my class was a literal joke, you guys. Like, he literally talked for 30 minutes and was like, all right, the exam's next week. Okay, but anyways, so as far as reading, I decided to go with Wyatt by Jessica Peterson. This is the second book in the Lucky River Ranch series, I think is the name of the series. Let me look on the cover. Yes, the Lucky River Ranch series. So I have been reading this. I've been listening to the audiobook. I was finishing up some more things, but I'm done now. And I am currently 28% on chapter 8, page 96. So I am making my way through this. Now, in this box is my park order. And if you guys have not realized it by now, because I wear at least one of these park sweatshirts a week because I do low-key have so many of them because I'm actually like kind of obsessed. I'm gonna do an unboxing of the OG Varsity collection, or like the core collection that they just dropped last week. So I'm gonna do an unboxing. I personally really enjoy park. If you don't like it or you don't want to buy it, that's fine. But I personally like the product, and so I do participate in the drops. Now, I will say this order is a little bit of a bigger one. I normally don't get orders this big. And I will say too, also, I did order the wrong thing, but it's fine because I'll wear it regardless. So first off are these boxer sweats. So I meant to get the boxer pant and I accidentally got the boxer sweats because I was literally in a hurry trying to like make sure that I got everything that I wanted. And so unfortunately I did get the wrong pants, but I will wear these. I do still like their boxer sweats. They're not my favorite out of like the pants that I've ever gotten from Park, but I definitely will still wear these. I don't have any blue sweatpants, so I will still wear them. Next up, we've got the infamous claw clips. So I do actually have a couple of these. I got them, I think like one of them was during the back to school where some of the colors weren't selling out super quickly because they had so many color options. And so I got one color at that point, and then they brought that color back later where they only had like 2 colors, and so whatever. But this is the one that I have been literally waiting for, and it is the black claw clip. I have a few different black claw clips, but I do really like these ones. They are such like good quality. The spring on these claw clips are so good. Like the spring is so good on these, so I really like them. Plus they come with this cute little park carrying case that you just like put it in. So then you can drop it in your purse or, you know, do whatever with. But when I saw that they came out with a black one, I knew that I needed to grab it because I've been wanting a black claw clip forever from them. So picked that up. The blue one I already have because I got it whenever they had it, like the first time that they had it. So do already have the blue one that they had, so didn't want to grab another one. Next, we're gonna get into the tops that I got. So first one that I got is this blue, navy blue mock neck. It does match the sweatpants that I got. And this is just the OG mock neck with no letters across the front, but it does have the patch on the back. I do have another one of these that are like this. It's that like teal, I don't even want to say teal, but it's like a light, it's called Frost, the color, but it's like a light icy glaciery blue. I love that thing. So I wanted to get this navy one when I saw that they had it. And I definitely will probably end up getting like more mock necks that just don't have the letters across the front, just because I do feel like these are a little bit more versatile than the ones with the letters. But of course I still have my ones with the letters and I wear them all the time. I literally live in these things, like especially this winter. I wear them at least once a week. Like I'm obviously literally wearing one right now. And then for the final thing that I got, I have been wanting a hoodie. So I did get a hoodie from the sport collection, but while I do really like that one, I did just want the classic park hoodie, and so that's what this one is. And this one is the OG, so it has the denim lettering for the letters, which is like super cute. I don't know, I probably can, but the letters are made of denim, and so I wanted just a park hoodie. I get these in, so I get the hoodies in large, extra large, because I like to wear them with jeans usually. And then I get the mock necks in the fleece in 2XL, just because I like them to be oversized in the fleece. But yeah, so that was my little park haul. There might be another clothing haul coming, like later this weekend since I'm going to Nashville for my friend's birthday, and we definitely do have plans to go shopping, so that'll be fun. And yeah, so thought I'd give the reading update, the unboxing of my park package, and yeah, now I'm gonna go keep reading. I don't know, I have a couple of my final exams have unlocked, so I definitely need to do those at some point. So I'm thinking that might be like a weekend task potentially, or like maybe I'll get the courage to just go ahead and do it a little bit later, and or like tomorrow or something, but I literally just can't be bothered right now. So I am probably going to wait on those, but I'm gonna go put this stuff away and keep reading. So with that, I will talk to you guys again if I have any more updates. It's a bit later. Honestly, I'm probably about to go to bed here in a minute, but I just finished Quiet by Jessica Peterson, and I will probably end up reading Sawyer eventually, but probably not anytime soon. But I am rating this book 3 stars. I thought it was fine. Like, I didn't love it. I don't know. Some of it just like was just kind of cringy to me. And then also too, like, the whole first half of the book was just one big, I don't even want to say miscommunication, but lack of communication, because if they literally would have just like opened their mouths and like talked to each other, then I feel like, you know, we could have avoided a lot of what was going on. And I feel like too, for them to be as good of friends as they like claim to be, the fact that they couldn't have that conversation until like so long into the book was just kind of like annoying to me, and just really got on my nerves, because in their inner monologues, we kept having to listen to them both over and over and over for 50% of the book talk about, oh, I like him, but he doesn't like me. Oh, I like her, but she doesn't like me. And it's like, it's clear to everyone around you that you like each other. So why can't y'all just say like, why can't y'all just have that conversation? I don't know. And so that really just kind of like was a bit annoying to me, which is why I feel like I can't give it more than 3 stars. I feel like I'm definitely intrigued by Sawyer and Ava, who is going to be the next couple in the next book. It is single mom, single dad. So I am a bit interested to see, unless Ava is the mom. Interesting. I don't know. I don't know much about it, but I'm done with it now. So I will be moving on to the next book. So I've decided that essentially I'm turning this video into a library holds decides my reads, because I feel like I'm essentially playing library roulette at this point, because I have a few books on my Libby that I need to read, because either they're about to get returned or there are people in line behind me. So essentially I'm going to try and read the books in the amount of days due. So that means that I will be dipping into my TBR some, as well as books that are not on my TBR as well. And so with my next hold being up, being Chasing the Wild, I think that this is what I'm going to dive into next. However, I will say I do feel like Wyatt did kind of put me off cowboy romance just a bit, just because the dialogue felt very like stereotypically Southern, if that makes sense. Like the way that it was written just felt so very stereotypically Southern, if that makes sense. Like all the y'alls, and like just the way that interactions between certain characters, and like the whole, I don't know. And maybe because I don't live in Texas, which I mean, you know, whatever. I do still live in the South, so I don't know. It just felt very like stereotypical. I don't know. And maybe because of where I live, I do live more in like a city area than like the country, that maybe it's a bit different. I don't know. But like I said, I just feel like it was a bit too yeehaw for me a little bit. But anyway, so I think I'm gonna try this one and see. I do have a different book by this author on my Kindle. I think it's like, I can't remember if it's like vampires or if it's just like a dark romance, or like it's like mafia or something, but I am interested to try this one out. It's a Crimson Ridge novel, and it's a forbidden love book, and it's ex-boyfriend's father. So I'm definitely interested to see what I'm gonna think about this. I got this like edition, and it's got this artwork in the front, and I feel like this is misprinted. Like, I don't know if it's supposed to line up with what's on the cover, because if it is, like, that's very much misprinted, but the rest of it is like fine, so I don't know. But I have a feeling that I might start this tonight. I don't know. It's like 8:40, so I'm probably going to bed here in like 20-30 minutes. So I mean, I definitely could get this started. So I might like read the first like chapter or two and see how I'm feeling about this book. But a few weeks ago, something sparked interest in this book for me, and I don't remember what it was. So I was in the mood to read it a few weeks ago, so we'll see. Hopefully I'm still in the mood to read it. I definitely will probably get a big chunk of this read tomorrow. I will be working, I think, just over half a day of work tomorrow. I did work a few extra hours earlier this week, so I will be leaving work a little bit early tomorrow, and I do need to go to IKEA so I can return that stuff. So that's the plan. I did grab the audiobook from my library because, as I mentioned, I'm very much in my immersive read era. That's like my main way of consuming books here recently, just because I have been in a very weird mood with like physically reading. I don't know, I don't have like the attention span or something. And maybe it might have just been the book that I was trying to read too when I like came to this conclusion. I don't know. But so while this is on Kindle Unlimited, I did borrow the ebook from the library, because I think I borrowed the ebook because I was out of Kindle Unlimited spots, but I am since have the spots, but I just already had it checked out from the library. So I do have the ebook as well, and then I do have the audiobook as well that I checked out at the same time, due in 4 days. So I have 4 days to read this. I don't think it'll take me 4 days to read this, but this is what is next up on the list of things to read this week. So I'm gonna stop yapping. I'm gonna start this now, and I'll probably talk to you guys in the morning, let you know where I ended up reading to tonight and if I got far into it and whatnot, and hopefully I'll have time before work to update you. So I'm gonna start this now, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Good morning. Okay, so I have a few minutes before it's time for me to leave to head out to go to work. So I wanted to give my update really quickly on what I read last night in Chasing the Wild by Elliot Rose. So I made it to chapter 7, which is page 65. And I will say, once I started this last night, I feel like I low-key got sucked in, because we're following Layla, and she is a vet student, and she has these boxes in the back of her car that she is trying to return to her ex-boyfriend. And her ex-boyfriend is literally like, he is a piece of work, and so she is essentially just trying to get his stuff back to him so that way she can go get this job, so that way she can finish vet school, because she is taking care of this woman who is like her mother. It's not her actual mother. As of right now, I don't really know what happened to her actual mother, but she is having to foot the bill for the stay of this woman that she really trusts and loves. And so she's paying for that while also trying to finish vet school. And so she meets this guy at a gas station, and she doesn't know who he is at the time, but he pays for her gas because her card declines. And so then she ends up finding out that this man that she met at the gas station is her ex-boyfriend's dad. And so then she like gives him his stuff back. She leaves the ranch the ex-boyfriend's dad owns, and she like is heading off to this job that she's supposed to be going to. Well, apparently that doesn't end up working out. So 5 months later, she is looking for another job. She gets a call saying like, hey, you got the job, you just have to be here like in 2 days. And she's like, yeah, I got it, no problem. After she accepts the job, she gets a call from a, like, I don't even want to say loan shark, because that's not what it is. It's like one of those like creditor companies, like looking to get their money back from like a payday loan or whatever. So she gets a call and is like, they're like, hey, like, you're so late on this payment, you owe us like over $2,000. And she's like, excuse me, what? Like, I did not take this loan out. She realizes that it's the ex-boyfriend that took this loan out. So then she has to drive back to the ex-boyfriend's house, and she's like looking for him, because she's like, hey, like, you need to pay this loan. Like, you stole money from me essentially, and you're using my name and my credit to get this money, and you're not paying it back, and it's like looking bad on me. So she ends up going back to the ranch, and lo and behold, the ex-boyfriend's not there. Starts snowstorming So now her and the ex-boyfriend's dad are trapped alone in this ranch on the side of this mountain. I don't even want to say on the side because it's at the top of the mountain. At the top of this mountain, stuck in a snowstorm. And he's like, yeah, you're probably not getting down for weeks. You're probably not getting down for weeks. And so he ends up offering her a job since she is a vet tech for 8 weeks. Or not a vet tech, but she's like a vet student or whatever. Like she's just trying to finish her like clinical hours essentially. So now she is working for him and they're up here all alone by themselves for 8 weeks. And that is where I left off, and I'm having so much more fun with this one than the last one. I feel like these are very similar in the fact that the female main characters are both like vets or vet students type situation, because in Wyatt, the main girl was a vet, and this one, she's obviously a vet student. She's like almost done and almost a vet. And of course with like the ranch hands and whatnot and like ranch owner slash situation. So I feel like the circumstances are very similar, but I will say I feel like I am enjoying this one just a tiny bit more than that other one, because while this one doesn't feel ridiculously Southern, like it just feels Western, and I definitely prefer that when it comes to like cowboy and like Western romances, if that makes sense. Like, because with Wyatt, I just felt like it felt so stereotypically Southern. Like, yes, it takes place in Texas, but as someone who has been to Texas quite a lot, I feel like it just wasn't like super realistic. I don't know, like just the way that the characters were speaking just felt very like stereotypical to me. And I feel like when I'm reading a Western and or like cowboy style romance, like while I like that they do the yeehaw things, I don't like when they sound stereotypically yeehaw. Because like, yes, there are people that are out there that speak, you know, very Southern, have like that Southern drawl, say y'all, ma'am. Like, yes, that is a normal thing, but for some reason in that book, it literally just didn't sit right with me. I just didn't like it the way that it was done. So anyways, I need to stop like on that book. But yeah, so that was my update on Chasing the Wild. I am about to leave to go to work, and I'm definitely going to be reading more of this today. So with that, I'm gonna go get my stuff and put it in the car and everything, and I will talk to you guys probably later once I get home. Good morning. It's now the next day. I did not update you guys again yesterday after I got home from work or anything like that, but I do have a reading update, and we will kind of dive into my plans for today. So I am off today. Today's Friday, and I did make some progress in Chasing the Wild yesterday, and my plan is to finish this morning. So I am pretty far into this. I only have just under 100 pages left, so I'm currently on chapter 30. So my goal for this morning is to finish this morning. I did go ahead and order book 2 because I did enjoy this, and I am enjoying it, and I feel like I am going to continue on with the series. So I am planning to finish this morning. This I think is the first thing that I'm going to do. I did go ahead and make a coffee, so I am going to sit here while I drink my coffee and finish my book. And then after that, I do have a couple of final exams that are live that I can start taking. So my plan for today is to take the final exams that are available. I think there's 2 that are available. One's not due until next Wednesday, and the other one's not due until next Saturday. So I mean, I have some time if I don't end up doing it today, but part of me just wants to go ahead and get it done, so that way these classes are officially finished and I don't have to worry about it. And then that'll leave me with literally one final next week, and then I'll be done with my degree. So that is literally so fun and amazing. But I do have one homework assignment as well, so I think I'm literally just going to do them in the order that they're due. So I think I have a final due, a homework assignment due, and then another final that's due that is live and available to me right now. So I think that is the order that I'm potentially gonna go in. But I did also want to get some editing done. There is a video that I've been working on that I want to get up for tomorrow, and I will be in Nashville tomorrow, so I want to like prepare for that. Navy will be going to boarding tomorrow while I'm out of town, obviously, and so I want to make sure that I've got everything for him, his food and everything, so that way I can drop him off in the morning and then I can, you know, head that way. But I want to say that's like really just my update for now. I am gonna, I think, try and finish my book. I will say, now that I'm almost done reading this book, it has me missing Tillicum, the Claire Kingsley universe and world, and I'm like really wanting to read more from her. And I do have the first 2 books in the Bailey Brothers series, so that's a potential to read. But I will say we are playing Libby Roulette right now, so I do have some things on my Libby that I'm still wanting to get through, just because there are people waiting, and I try to like not have people waiting super long when I try to like borrow things, just because I want to be like cautious of other people buying. Did I say buying? I meant borrowing. I want to be cautious of other people and what they want to borrow and stuff. So this was the next one that was due, and so after this one, once I finish it, the next one that's due is Superfan. But a part of me doesn't want to read that one because I do have the Everand version. So I feel like I could honestly return the audiobook, but also if I don't read it now, I don't think I'm going to get to it this month. So I don't know. And then I also have Atmosphere. That's also an option. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm thinking I might try and just go ahead and do Superfan or Atmosphere. I don't know. A part of me wants to just kind of try and see what I can get into for my TBR, see if there's anything that's speaking to me. So we'll see. But for now, I'm going to sit here and finish my current book, drink my coffee, and then I will get to doing my homework, my finals, and editing. So I definitely feel like today is going to be a pretty computer heavy day. So maybe I'll try and see if I can find an audiobook that I can just pop on and listen to while I'm at the computer. It's almost 11:30 now, and I'm just finishing Chasing the Wild. I started reading this probably about an hour and a half ago, and so I just finished it, and I think I'm gonna end up rating this book 3.5 stars. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I thought it was a good time. It was a quick read. It was, I feel like it was exactly what I thought it was. I had a feeling though that it was going to be a bit darker than it was. Like, yes, there were like a few kind of dark elements, but this was by no means a dark romance. It wasn't really even a romantic suspense either. It was just mainly a romance that was a bit on the spicier side and had like touches of darker elements, but I wouldn't categorize this book as being dark. So in this book, we're following Layla, and she is a vet student. She is going around town like trying to get like a vet placement for 8 weeks so that way she can continue her education in order to graduate. And she ends up getting stuck at this ranch that her ex-boyfriend's dad is the owner of, and she ends up working for him for a little while they're stuck on top of this mountain because of these snowstorms. And so it's just the two of them, and of course they eventually end up falling in love and developing a relationship and all of that. And of course it is a bit on the more taboo side just because it is ex-boyfriend's dad and whatnot, but I feel like this one was done pretty well. I enjoyed this one. I feel like this book to me was what I feel like a few other books that I've read with the same trope have like tried to do, but in my opinion didn't really succeed in the way that this one did. I feel like this one wasn't like weird about the fact that it was like her ex-boyfriend's dad, because I feel like in the Elsie Silver book, I think it's Wild Side, maybe the purple one, I feel like that one was kind of weird when it came to like the whole ex-boyfriend's dad situation, but this one to me wasn't. Like, I felt like this one was written better and for that trope, if that makes sense. I don't know, but I am done with this now, so I will be moving on to the next read when, I don't know, later. I'll of course let you know what I do decide to pick up, but for now I am going to eat some lunch and get started on my computer work that I wanted to work on. So it's 11:30 now, so I would like to be done hopefully by 2 p.m. I would like to get off the computer by 2 and do some more reading. So we'll see where I end up, but that is my update for now, and I will talk to you guys again a little bit later, probably once I finish everything I want to do here, and once I have started my next book. Hey, so I finished taking one of my exams, and then I also have edited a little bit of my video, but I still have, well, I guess just under an hour footage left to edit, because as you guys probably know by now, I am a yapper. And so in my weekly vlogs, they do get pretty long because I'm just talking so much. Like, I'm literally just like yapping your ear off. And so I'm feeling a little bit mentally tired after that exam. So I'm probably gonna sit here for a little bit longer. It's about to be 1 o'clock now. So, and I said that I wanted to be done by 2. So maybe I can take the next little bit and edit the rest of this. And fingers crossed I can still be done by 2 potentially, but I'm just feeling sleepy is what it is. So I was up pretty late last night, so I am feeling it today. So I might also take a nap. So I'm definitely gonna give myself another 30 minutes to an hour to keep editing. I'm not gonna do any more work today for school. I can't be bothered. So the next thing's not due until the 30th, and today's the 24th. So I have time. But so I'll probably work on stuff on like Sunday, probably, because I know that I won't be able to get anything done tomorrow since I will be leaving for Nashville pretty early. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm tired and I'm gonna keep editing this, and hopefully I can finish it relatively in a timely manner. It is sometime later. It's like 4:30 now, and I only ended up doing some editing for like another 20 minutes after I talked to you guys, and then I literally went and sat on the couch, started my new book, read for like 20 minutes, and then immediately fell asleep. So I am just now coming back to the side because I literally napped so hard, and it was a really good nap. But I do need to be like waking up and moving around again because I do have to leave early tomorrow morning like we talked about. So I want to make sure that I can sleep tonight at a decent hour and I am able to get up early tomorrow. But I did start a new book, which we had talked about, and I decided to go ahead and start Superfan by Jenny Qinghua Zhang. And this book so far already, I'm really enjoying this. I feel like I'm liking this already a lot more than I thought I was going to. Obviously, when I picked this book up from Aardvark, I was interested in it and I thought I was going to like it. But I feel like a lot of the times with literary fiction books, it's either hit or miss for me. So it's either like an amazing 5-star or it's like 2 stars sort of situation. And so for this one, so far I am having a really good time with it. So in this, so far we're following 2 characters. We're following Minnie, and she is in college and she is alone for the first time. She is a Chinese immigrant. Her parents moved over with her when she was young, when she was about 4 years old, moved her to the United States, and she got her name because when her parents asked her where she wanted to go in the United States, she said Disney World. And so her parents decided to name her Minnie after that trip as her American name. And so she's been going by Minnie. You know, you kind of get a little bit of a history on her, kind of like her growing up in the US as a child who came over and could only speak Chinese and no English, and then her kind of growing up and not really having a place and not being able to really find where she fits in, and so how she was so excited for college and she couldn't wait to go to college because everyone talks about college is where you find yourself and you have the best time in college essentially. And so she has been preparing to have this great experience in college, and so far she has gone on a date with this guy, and I hope she does not go on a second date with him because he is awful in my opinion. He's awful, but I could see why she would fall for this guy and like want to be with him because he is older. He's 23 to her 18, so you know it is a little but he definitely is like weird to me personally, and so I don't really like him. But like I said, they've only gone on one date. And then we're also following Eason, and so as we know, Minnie is obsessed with this boy band called Hourglass, and so she watches their videos, she's like obsessed with them and whatnot. And so we're also following Eason, and he is one of the guys in this boy band, and he goes by the name Halo. That's his stage name. And so we're also following him as him and this boy band start their sort of rise to fame, and almost in a like One Direction type of sense with their boy bandness fame. And so we're just kind of following him as he's starting to kind of navigate what it's like to go from being just a regular person to being someone that's like super, super famous. And we haven't really gotten a lot from his point of view thus far, but there was an interview where they were doing a radio interview and the radio host was like asking these like super racist questions, and it was like so just icky. And you could tell that Easton was just like, what is this guy talking about? Like, he literally was getting so angry and frustrated, and he had every right to, because those questions were absolutely disgusting. And he obviously was trying to, you know, not really cause a scene or say anything because he doesn't want to ruin this for the other guys in the group. So he is kind of trying to play nice and kind of placate the rudeness of the people around him. And he just doesn't really understand why he can't go up to fans and have these interactions with fans, and why these people are allowed to say like rude and mean and racist things to him and the other guys in his group. So he's literally just trying to navigate. But it seems like he is also trying to vie for the attention of some girl. Now, is this girl gonna be Minnie? I don't know. I feel like that's what I would hope, right? Like that it would become like full circle, and then it ends up being like a romance between Minnie and Easton, and they like had a run in, you know, back in high school or something, or middle school or whatever, and you know, now they're like gonna fall in love and whatnot. But unfortunately, I don't think that that's the way that this is gonna go, even if there is a heart on the cover, you know? So I'm definitely intrigued by this book. I am definitely enjoying it now that I've started it. I made it to chapter 43, so you know, slowly making my way through it, and I'm definitely probably going to continue listening to it as I go today. Like I mentioned, the audiobook is a part of my library roulette, so I do have like 3 days before it gets returned. Well, I guess like 2 days after today, so I definitely want to finish reading this probably tonight. I think I definitely feel like I can sit for a couple hours and like listen to the audiobook and finish reading this. So that's where I'm at now. I am getting a bit hungry. It is a little bit early for dinner, so I might try and eat like a snack or something really quickly, but I definitely think I'm probably going to put my headphones on and continue listening to Superfan and see how far I can get into it. I am now home from Nashville. It is 10 p.m. and I literally just walked in the door like 5 minutes ago. I am getting ready to go hop in the shower and get in the bed. But before we do that, I've got some unboxing, and I am going to share what I got today at the mall. So honestly, this was a really fun trip. It was just a little day trip to celebrate my friend's birthday. So we did go to Adele's, which is like a brunch spot, and the food was really good. They've been featured on Food Network or something like that, but the food was really good. So happy to have been able to go and celebrate my friend's birthday with her the way that she wanted. And so now let's get into what I got, as well as some boxes that I had waiting for me when I got home. So first up, of course, you can't go to the mall without getting some Auntie Anne's pretzel bites. There's like a couple left in here that I'll probably save and eat like tomorrow or something. If they're still good in the morning, I don't know, we'll see. But so first up, we've got Sephora, and I don't usually go to Sephora, like I don't wear makeup or anything like that, so I usually tend to not go in there pretty often. But sometimes I will go for like, I say sometimes, but like literally it's been once. I got some Summer Fridays from there to try it out, so I got that. And then also too, while I was there, I did end up getting, which they did put some freebies in the bag, so I did not realize that that was a thing, but they did. So we will look at those as well. So the thing that I went in there for, well, not even went in there for, but the thing that I got when I went in there was the Skylar Pomegranate Princess perfume. And this stuff smells so stinking good. Like, if you guys know or have been around for at least a year at this point, you would know that I love Love Island, and I have been watching Love Island for literal years at this point. And so Skylar is Leah Kateb's perfume brand. And so I got this little mini travel size one, and oh my God, it literally smells so good. It smells so good. So I did grab this. I wasn't sure if I was going to like the scent or not, but I literally went in there, smelled it, and I was like, okay, this is coming home with me. This smells so good. I need this. And then, so for the freebies, we've got Charlotte's Magic Serum, Crystal Elixir Supercharged Youth Radiant Serum. Yeah, I don't know what this is. So will I use it? I don't know. We'll see. And then next is the Grande Brow Enhancing Serum. So got a little sampler of that. And then finally, Mandelic Clearing Serum from Sophie Pavitt Face. Never heard of this. So those are my freebies from Sephora. Next we'll go aloe. There is not an aloe store near me, so I did go a little crazy in here. So I do have a couple of pieces from aloe that I absolutely love, and so I knew that when I was going in store, I wanted to grab some more things. So okay, I know it's getting ready to be summer, but I grabbed this quarter zip. This is the Acolyte quarter zip pullover in this gray, heather gray color, and this is honestly so cute, and I'm super excited to wear this. I wear like sweatshirts literally all year round, including in the summer, because I do tend to keep it kind of chillier in my house. So this will get worn. Next, I got the Match Point short in light Provence blue, which is like this very pretty periwinkle color. I'm trying to put the front. So this is what these look like. These are literally the comfiest shorts. I have a couple pairs of these already, and I love them so much, so I saw this color and had to get it. And then of course the one that I went in for was these Match Point shorts in black, because I do have navy blue and green in these, and so I wanted a black pair, and so I grabbed these while I was there. These are literally so comfy. Love these so much. So that's all I got from Aloe. And then they also had a Skims store, which honestly didn't even realize that they were Skims stores, but went into Skims and grabbed a couple things because I've heard amazing things about their pajamas, and so that was the main thing that I went in there for. So first up, I got these little Skims pajama shorts. These are just like ribbed gray pajama shorts, and yeah, these are super cute. And then next I got these pants. So these are the Boyfriend loose pant in light heather gray, and so they're kind of like a boxer style front on the front, and then just like the waistband with the Skims logo, and they are like a wide leg pant. These are literally so soft, and they have pockets, and so I got these obviously as like pajama pants. So I got these in the gray and also the same exact pant in black. So excited to try these, and hopefully I'm going to like them. So that is all I got from the mall. So now let's get into these two packages that I had. Okay, so this first one is an Amazon package that was incredibly difficult to open. Okay, so on top we've got Twisted Pawn, and this does not match my copy that I have, because they have like, this is like the deluxe version, and the spine. Okay, so this is Twisted Pawn by LJ Shin, the second book in the Society of Villains series. As we know, I read book 1 earlier this week, really enjoyed it, so I bought book 2. I was hoping that this one would only just have the sprayed edges, but it would still have the black spine, and unfortunately it doesn't. So yeah, but it does have this like art in the front of Tyranny and Achilles, so that is fun at least. And I mean, the sprayed edge is nice, so there's that. Really low-key kind of upset about the spine, but it's okay, I'll get over it. And then next up, we've got Hat Trick by Chelsea Curdo. This is the 4th book in the DC Stars series. This is the book that I have been wanting to get to. Have I read book 3? No, but the series is going trad. And so I wanted to get the cursive font indie covers before they go out of print. So I still need to order Sinbin if I'm going to get them all, but I did want to go ahead and grab this one since this is the one that I'm most excited to read. And then finally, I did get my Love Story Society box for April, I think, is this month's box, I think. And so let's see, I literally forgot what the book is. I think it's Half City by Kate Golden. That sounds right. It is Half City by Kate Golden, and it comes with this art print little postcard situation. I feel like this would be really good for like junk journal spreads or like reading journal spreads. So this is just some art. And then we've got this special edition cover, which it's so gorgeous. And we've got the back that says, "We're the same, Reed and me, even though we were born on opposing sides of an eternal battle between good and evil. I found as much volatile evil within myself as I have good within Reed. We're two puzzle pieces that never seem to fit." And so that's the back. And yeah, honestly, it's so pretty. It looks like they're standing like in the library or something, but I am super excited to read this book. I do have the original cover of this book as well that I absolutely love. So I am excited to have this one as well. I'm hoping that I'm going to really like this book so that way I can have both editions of the book. And yeah, so that is my update from my shopping trip, from my unboxing of my book mail, and just everything like that. So I'm gonna go shower and get in the bed, and yeah, I will talk to you guys again probably in the morning. I literally did no reading today, so no reading updates. Good morning. So I'm about to start doing a reset of my house. It is very much a mess because obviously my floors have still not come, so I still have all of my books just like sitting just around. And so I'm gonna try and like kind of clean up a little bit. The island is like the main eyesore in the kitchen. That's like the problem. So I'm gonna clean that up and like just try and like make sure that everything is somewhat kind of remotely neat, kind of. I'm gonna listen to my audiobook of Superfan, and I'm also gonna like wash my sheets, clothes, towels, all that kind of stuff, start laundry and all of that. I need to put the books that I got yesterday into my Notion, catalog that in Notion and everything. So I am just gonna like, yeah, just kind of start trying to reset around here and try and clean up some. So that's how I'm gonna spend this Sunday morning. It's currently, I don't have my watch on. It's currently 7:47, so I'm gonna start on the laundry and everything like that and just kind of picking up. So I need to find my headphones because I don't know where they're at right now, but so hopefully I can finish doing everything that I am wanting to do before, or at least by the time I finish my audiobook. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I will talk to you guys probably a little bit later. Let's start the montage. Gotten to the point now where I kind of can just like sit down as I want to, and I've been reading Superfan and I fear it's not good. So I started out this book and I was really liking it. I was really into it at the beginning, and you know, I was getting into it. Like I thought it was interesting, like I was enjoying the characters that we were following, and now I'm on page 167, so I'm just over halfway through, probably about 55-60% of the way into the book, and I am no longer interested. I don't care. I am bored. I don't like Minnie. She has zero backbone, and like, I don't know, I'm just like not resonating with her. I'm not really resonating with Eason either. Like I feel like if I'm more intrigued about anyone's storyline, it's gonna be his, but I fear that I'm just not loving this book, and I don't really want to continue reading it. Like I don't really want to pick it up. Like I don't really have the urge to reach for it. Like I've paused my audiobook a couple of times while I've been like up doing things, and I like literally forgot that I was supposed to be listening to it because I just didn't care to keep listening and keep going. I also feel like this is feeling like it's very long. It's really not that long of a book. Like it's, I think, just at 300 pages, but it's feeling like it is so long. It's feeling like it's being dragged out, and I am losing interest in it. And I hate that because I really wanted to like this book, and especially because like the first like 30-40% of the book I was super interested, and then when it kind of took a turn for many in like a direction that I didn't love, I have started to just kind of get bored with it, and I am not like super interested anymore in like Eason and what's going on there, and like the whole issue with like the label and all of that. Like I don't know, I'm no longer really interested in finding out what's gonna happen or anything like that. I am a bit hesitant to DNF it. Part of me wishes that I would have listened to this in the car yesterday when I was driving to and from Nashville, but I didn't want to pick it up. And I feel like that in itself was like an indicator, because I mean, we're talking 2 hours, an hour and a half, 2 hours in the car where I could literally just strictly listen to my audiobook, and I did not pick it up because I'm just like not loving it. I don't know. Part of me wants to see it through, but also part of me doesn't. So I don't know. What do I do? Because on my audiobook, I have 1 hour and 18 minutes left in the audiobook. So I don't know what to do. Do I DNF it? Do I keep going, push through? I don't know. I mean, it could potentially get better, but I fear that I might not rate it very highly. I don't know. Maybe I'll try and give it like a little bit longer and see, because I'm on page 167 and it is 301 pages. So that's 134 pages, but I'm like, do I want to sit through 134 more pages of this? I need to find something to do. Maybe if I find something to do and just like put it on, then maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I'll let you know, of course. I'll come back with an update. Maybe I'll finish it, maybe I won't. We'll see. I'll come back with an update later after I figure out what I'm gonna do. Alright, I finished it, and I think I'm gonna rate this book 2.5 stars. I just don't think this was for me. I felt like it was very obsessive in like a very weird, unhealthy way, and maybe that was supposed to be the point, but I don't know. This almost read like a horror to me. Like, I don't know. I just didn't love it. Like, I thought it was fine. I definitely feel like there's an audience for this book, and I just am not the audience, and that is completely okay. But I don't know, it just wasn't my favorite. Like, it started out good and interesting, and then the more that it went on, I just got so disinterested in our main character and the boy band aspect and just all of it. Like, I just lost interest. So for that reason, I am giving it 2.5 stars. I had really hoped to like this book, but unfortunately just not for me. So now that I'm done with this book, I don't know if there's going to be anything else that I'm planning on picking up today. So that's where I'm at. I'm thinking I'm just about to kick my TBR to the curb for this month and start reading just like whatever for the rest of the month. I do want to film my TBR for May, so that way I can get it up before May starts, so that way I can do my Escape the Readathon TBR and stuff like that. But I know that that video will be up like way before this one. So anyways, so that's it for now. I might come back later. My aunt is gonna come over for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go pick up Navy a little bit later, and then I'm gonna go to Mahjong tonight for a couple hours, and then I'm gonna go home. And then once I come home, I'm going to bed because I do have an orthodontist appointment in the morning and work tomorrow. So that's where I'm at. If I decide to start anything else, of course I'll let you guys know, but that is going to be all for now.